I really need to find um, s- things that will motivate me or remotivate me, uh, because I've just been really just blah lately. Like, haven't been keeping my guard up like I should. Um, haven't been on top of things like I should, as sharp as I should at when I'm out in public and stuff. But uh, it gets tiresome. You know what I mean? Like, when I first escaped my family of origin, almost immediately within the first couple years, I ran into uh, other entities that targeted me, like three of them, and that's when I learned that these entities are like coordinating with each other. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Like, they coordinate it. It's almost like they have this coordination to, oh, he escaped. We got to get him. Oh, he escaped that one. We got to get him. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of been just ridiculous. Like you escape one, you run into another. Almost like they're like, oh, he's at this location. Go get him. It's like they have a man in every fucking store, every fucking bar, every fucking place. They have like a, a entity there to target you. You know what I mean? So uh, seems like everywhere's a hunting ground, and you have to be on top of your game. You have to be aware at all times. And I admit that I haven't been. I've just been kind of lackadaisical and just being like, fuck, I don't care anymore. But even though I am improving, like, it just gets tiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, spending your whole life just trying to get away from people. Your whole life is spent just trying to get away from people. How is that fun? How is that fun? Just dodging these entities. Where you know how is that a fun life? It's not a fun life. Um, so it kind of gets to me sometimes. I'm like, I'm just sick of this shit. I'm sick of the targeting of me for I didn't even do shit. I didn't even do anything. They fucking target me when I'm a fucking kid. My own fucking family's targeting me when I'm a kid. How is this fun? How is that any of this fun? It's not fun for me, you know, to be targeted. You just want to put up the white flag and say, okay, you guys win. Leave me the fuck alone. But they don't leave you the fuck alone. Even when you say you guys win, they don't leave you the fuck alone. Uh, and that's the fucking nightmare of this thing. And I know why they call them consciousness parasites. I know exactly why they call them consciousness parasites now. I just thought of this when I tonight. I'm just like, they're called consciousness parasites because even when you're not around any of them, even if you're no contact from all of them for years, they're still imprinted on your consciousness. They're still imprinted on your mind. You know, all these other Joe Schmoes that you may have been friends with in high school that weren't narcissists aren't imprinted on your mind because they're not consciousness parasites. But these certain individuals imprint themselves on your mind somehow, like a parasite. So wherever you go, it stays in your consciousness like a parasite, and it's very real. Like, I deal with it every day. I'm like, how the fuck can't they get out of my fucking mind? I'm distracting myself successfully. I'm doing new things. I'm meeting new people, but still that parasite is in my fucking mind. And I'm just like, fuck. Now I know why they're called consciousness parasites. uh, because they latch onto your consciousness like a parasite, your mind like a parasite. Uh, and like, even when you're away from them for long periods of time, it's still latched onto your consciousness. It's fucking crazy. Like, and it almost makes me want to buy that book that Blossom recommended one time, called Defeated Demons. Uh, um, the, yeah, I think it was called Defeated Demons. Uh, the Consciousness Parasites. I almost want to buy that book now because that is very fucking accurate. um, so it is about just them imprinting themselves on your mind in any way possible. Um, it's almost like this whole world is like reinforcing this too. Just this consciousness kind of parasite mentality in your mind. Like, I don't know. It just sucks sometimes. Um, yeah, it just sucks. Like it's almost like the whole. I don't want to say the whole world is like it, but it feels like the whole world is like these individuals. It feels like it. It's just like everybody is just on in this collective hive mind of targeting people that aren't a part of the hive mind, want out of the hive mind. you know it's like that's all it is. It's just bullshit. This, and my best friend said it best. you know Before he died, he said this life is not anything like we ever thought. And he was right about that. He was right on the money. This life is not anything we ever thought. This is not a Disney movie. That is for damn sure. And that's what he said. I'm like, I didn't fully understand what he was saying back then, but now I understand. Like, this life is nothing like we ever thought. Fucking, it's hard. It's a hard dimension to live in. This this world is a hard dimension to live in. 100%. It's tough to live in this world. Um, Especially if you're not part of the hive mind. You know what I'm saying? If you're not part of the collective, like part of the narcissistic group of people of your that you escape, you know, especially if you're not part of that and you're resisting it. Life is very difficult if you resist their bullshit, if you resist their ways, if you resist their way of doing things, if you resist their patterns, whatever. You're in for a hard life. That's exactly what you get for just standing up for anything you believe in. Your own uniqueness. They'll hate you for that. Oh, he's not part of the group. Let's target him. Let's try to destroy him. He's not in their group anymore. Let's try to destroy him. That's how they work. They don't they don't uh they don't enforce individuality. They don't want you to be an individual. They don't want you to be sovereign. They don't want you to think for yourself. You know, I could go on and on. They just want you to be this robot under their fucking way of doing things. Um, but I think I understand why um, they say new level, new devil, because I'm struggling with different things now. At this different level. Just, yeah, it it's different It's different struggles. It's different struggles now, but it's still a struggle. It's not like you hit a bent. It's not like you hit the end point and like, oh, no more fucking targeting me. No more struggles mentally. No more. It doesn't end after a certain point. It never ends. That's what I'm learning. It never ends. Never. This will go on and on and on and on. You start improving even more. Like a year down the road, you're gonna get another onslaught of new challenges. It's gonna be never ending. It's never ending. um, never ending. But I don't know. I've just been feeling like making videos lately, more than I normally do because, I just feel like, um, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're winning if I'm just silent. You know what I mean? I don't speak my truth or speak my mind or, you know what I'm saying? If I'm just hiding within myself and while they run rampant out there, if I feel like if I'm silent, then I'm part of enabling it if I'm just silent about it, you know, and just hide in my mind or hide in a corner. I don't want them to bully me into a corner type of a thing, like they have throughout my life, and just kind of just submit me and make me shut up. And you know, I want to keep my voice going, uh, even if I'm in the clear. Even if I'm smooth sailing the rest of the way. Even if the universe tells me no more predators for the rest of your life are going to target you. Even if they say that, I'm still going to not believe it and just voice myself still, you know, because like someone back in the day made a good point. What has the universe done for me until recently? Nothing. The universe didn't do shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? To protect me. You you want to know how many fucking battle scars I have because I wasn't protected? A fucking lot. Not just physical, but psychological and all these things. Main, mainly it was almost like the universe didn't help intervene on purpose. Um, for the majority of my life, they didn't do shit basically for the majority of my life on purpose. It seemed like that, until they finally destroyed me successfully. Uh, these individuals finally destroyed me. My family finally destroyed me. The religion finally destroyed me. And once I was finally destroyed, that's when the universe or God steps in. This loving God steps in. When I was completely destroyed, no atom left, no spirit left. That's when God jumps in. When I'm completely destroyed. Not not before trauma, not before abuse, not during abuse, but way down the line when I was barely barely there. That's when God jumps in. When I'm completely destroyed, God jumps in. It's fucked up, but there must be a reason for it, you know what I'm saying? Like even my family knew is like God's not helping this person. God's not helping my son, and he wasn't. God didn't help me for most of my life. None. I literally thought God was against me for most of my life, and I'm not making this up. I literally thought God was against me for most of my life. Um, Not just my family being against me, but God was against me too. It felt like that. That's how pummeled I felt. That's how beaten I felt. It felt like I was up against God Himself. But anyways, that's enough venting for now. But a lot of unanswered questions. A lot of unanswered questions about mainly the first 29 years. Just mainly the first 29 years of my life. A lot of unanswered questions. A lot of what the fuck where was God through all this time? Through all that time. Where was He? You know what I'm saying? Uh, I mean, anyways, I vented enough for tonight, but it's just a hard struggle, for me to remotivate myself every day. Just keep remotivating myself every day and be in my corner every day and to love myself somehow every day, just doing these things and like I don't even I don't even have a reason to be here anymore, on the planet. I have no reason to motivate myself, you know. I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish. Uh, Before I was 30, I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish. I bought my property. I bought uh, my truck cash. I bought my property cash. You know, I achieved all the physical things I wanted to achieve. You know, and I thought I was done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of wrote myself off of living a real life because of what happened through most of my life. Just uh, getting treated like shit, God doing nothing, God, where the hell is God? Where the hell is God? That's the first 29 years of my life. Where the hell's God? Everybody's everybody's against me, but where the hell's God? Nowhere. God never put them in their place. Never. God never put them in their place. At least when most of the time I was around them. No reprimand. So I don't even know if there's karma for them because I didn't see karma for them. I didn't see any karma. The one that was getting their ass kicked was me. I was getting my ass kicked the whole time. Not just verbally, not just being treated like shit verbally, but physically and emotionally neglecting me. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things. I'm the one that was fucking getting pummeled, you know? I wish I was them. I wish I was on the superior end of things, destroying people. I wish I was, I actually wished I was like in their position. I'm like their life is fucking cake. They just fucking mow people over nonstop. They don't give a fuck, you know. So I'm like, I want to live like that, you know. Not anymore, but you know. But it just seemed like they were winning in life in general, you know. Uh, I was being crushed, but they were winning. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it seemed like, but I don't know. Perceptions could be faulty, especially when you're around them. Your perceptions can be distorted, and my perceptions were definitely distorted for a majority of my life. Very distorted perceptions I had um, about everything. I mean, they convinced me that the sky was red. They could have. They could have convinced me the sky was red. That's how fucking good they were to me. I don't know, of convincing me of shit. Um, but I don't know. Even sometimes I have to convince myself that I wasn't all making up this craziness that I grew up around. Like I'm not as crazy as people as they made me think I was. Because they were doing tactics against me, so I wasn't making that up. So, anyways, sometimes I gotta remind myself of you. You weren't really making shit up. They were really doing a lot of tactics against you, purposely. So you weren't really making shit up. So, anyways, um, but I don't know. I just felt like talking a little more tonight. Sometimes it helps to just talk it out and get it out of your head, and then later on, I revisit old videos later on, which is helpful to revisit old videos of mine, um, because you know, I get certain insights at different times, and like I have to recall that, sometimes of what I've figured out. But um, anyways, that's all I want to say. I will talk to you later.